Good morning, good morning. I hope you are all well. Lovely to see you all this morning. Gorgeous sunshine is still with us. Summer is finally here in the UK. I hope you've had a great weekend. Got a few late joiners. Now, as always, this has been is being recorded. So if you do need to hop off, please don't worry. We will send it out to you more than likely tomorrow morning or middle of the day tomorrow. So please don't panic. If you can keep yourselves on mute throughout, that would be fantastic. There is a chat box at the bottom of your Zoom. So if you click on chat, you can ask questions throughout. We may have time at the end for Q&A, but we do have an awful lot to get through this morning. If you haven't joined our webinars before, we try and pack in as much as possible in the hour. We'll do theory at the very beginning, that's with myself, Sam, and then we'll go on to practical with Cara, who's my co-host here this morning, and she'll take everything that I say into the system and how you can apply it for your salon as well. You can hear me all right, Cara?
I can hear you, yes.
Fabulous, lovely. So let's get started. So creating exceptional client journeys. There is so much to this, from welcoming new clients to looking after existing clients, doing things within your salon that are practical, but you can also use your salon software to have that really amazing client experience for all of your clients that are coming in. We always like to do a little bit of an icebreaker. So let's do that here. Best board game. Cara, what's yours? Pop it in the
Oh,
chat.
Monopoly. Got to be
Monopoly,
Monopoly.
classic. Can't go wrong with Monopoly. So just a little bit of an icebreaker before we get started. What's your best board game? There's some really good ones on there, actually. The logo game. That's good. And actually, the logo game is really interesting and shows how snowblind we can be. Because you know the logo, but you just can't work out what brand it's from. So that's a really good one.
What is Wingspan? I don't know what Wingspan is.
I'm not sure. Can't
Yeah,
can't be
that one before.
Scrabble, pretty good. Ludo, some real classics there. Fabulous. Anyone commented?
Ludo and Wingspan, but I don't know what Wingspan is.
You'll have to teach us. We'll have to ask Jenny because she put this slide together for us. Excellent. Right, let's get started. So understanding client journeys, it is really is, and as I said before, it's crucial because it helps in identifying opportunities and enhance client satisfaction, increase retention, and it builds customer loyalty. It makes sure as well that you're memorable for those new clients that are coming into your salon, and it makes your existing clients want to come back to you time and time again. So let's look at client retention to start with. So by understanding and optimizing each stage of the client journey, and we'll go through those on the next slide, you can really create memorable experiences that encourage your clients to return to you time and time again. It gives you a competitive advantage. If you have a really well mapped out client journey, it can really differentiate and make you stand out from other salons, from your competitors, from the salons that are on your high street next door to you. And it increases your revenue. So, of course, if you have satisfied clients, they're more likely to come back to you time and time again, potentially purchase additional upsells from you, purchase retail products. There is so much to the client journey. And what we've done is broken it down into to 6 steps. So we've got 6 steps for the perfect client journey, which we're going to go through with you this morning. We've got one here, awareness. So even though the client isn't coming into the salon, just creating awareness of your brand is part of your client journey. It's part of your client experience. The booking process is part of the journey, pre-visit. So before they're coming into your salon, the actual visit of their appointment, the post-visit, so that's after they've been to see you, and then afterwards as well, again, the retention. How are you retaining that client? So when we think about the client journey initially, a lot of us will just tend to think about the actual appointment, the actual visit. We've got 3 steps before the actual appointment, and we've got 2 steps afterwards. So let's look at the first point, awareness. What is awareness? So a customer needs to be your brand at least. So a customer or a client or a guest needs to see your brand at least 7 times before making the decision to buy or choose you or choose your salon. And that's increasing. That's becoming more because we have so much choice these days. So what are the touch points? How can they see you? Social media, website. They can come across you looking at Google, use it on Google Reserve. They can see you from your reviews, online ads that you perhaps do for your marketing. referrals from your friends and family, actually walking past your salon or your shop window, and then testimonials as well that you're doing. So all of these areas are part of your client journey and they sit under the awareness piece. You're creating awareness of your salon, of your team, and of your business. But then how can you interact on each of these touch points? So it's not just them seeing a post on social media. It's not just looking at your website. They're seeing reviews on your website. They're getting comments on your social media. They're seeing your followers, how much likes and interaction you're getting, if you're having any shares. So looking at this part of your client journey, your awareness, how to think about that for your salon business. What are your touch points for your clients or potential clients coming into your salon? A little bit of preview here. Again, we've got the social media platform, we've got the online booking portal, we've got the website coming through. And how do those touch points look on your phone? So, so important. More than likely, if you don't know, you must find out from your web developer how many of your clients are visiting your website on their phones. I guarantee it is at least 60%. So we all look at and review our websites on our desktops, on our laptops. Please make a task on this after this webinar, look at your website regularly on your phone and your iPad. So step 2 of our client journey, booking. So your clients are making their bookings and they make their booking via your website. They go onto your booking platform. They may come on via Google Reserve. They're looking at the client results. And again, they can go to your booking platform from your social media, from the links in your bio. Please ensure that your website is up to date. Make sure it has your team members' profiles on there. Make sure your booking platform has that gorgeous picture of your salon. Make sure it has your logos. Ensure that Google Reserve has all of the services. Remember, when did Google Reserve change?
About 12 months ago. No, maybe eight. Maybe eight.
Yeah. So with Google Reserve, it's a fantastic way to capture new clients into your salon. What your clients used to do was actually book within the Google Reserve platform. But now Google have changed that and you just have a link from Google Reserve directly to your booking platform. So if you have your deposits all set up, if you have your upgrades and upsells and mandatory services, it all follows that same path and journey, which is why Google Reserve changed it, because they couldn't do all the little settings and fancy functionality that Salon software can provide you. Again, looking at the interactions on each of those, we've just gone through them. Make sure your salon services, your team, your pricing is up to date. Have you got your location correct? Are you replying to reviews? Please ensure that you do reply to reviews. Have to say a shout out to Carl. Huge thank you for your review that you left us yesterday. Absolutely amazing. Thank you. And then have you got any pictures within your portfolio? Are you sharing your portfolio? Providing inspiration to your clients, sharing results that you're giving, whether that be the gorgeous skin and facial massage that you're doing, or that lovely color that you did for summer. Looking at step 3, pre-visit. So you've created awareness for your clients. They found you. They think your salon looks gorgeous. They've made the booking on your booking platform. And now they're looking forward to coming to see you. What are you doing pre-visit? We've got touch points pre-visit. We've got the email confirmation. We've got the courtesy phone calls. We've got the consultation forms. We've got the SMS reminders a couple of days before. And we've got that wonderful new client welcome email that we send to all new clients to put them at ease, to make them feel comfortable, to let them know where the parking is, to let them know that there's roadworks just down the line and to leave a few more minutes to get to you. To know what's going to happen when they're coming into your salon. This is the 3rd step of your client journey, and it's key. The confirmations and the appointment reminders, Cara will go through in a minute, but they're completely different. The confirmation is very different to the reminder. The confirmation will confirm that Cara made a booking on the 1st of September. The reminder will remind Cara 2 days before of that appointment, so she turns up and you don't have any cancellations or no-shows. They cost your business a lot, as I'm sure you're aware. And then looking at the interactions within all of these touch points, the phone experience. Are your telephone calls being answered promptly? Are they polite? Do they have the knowledge that they need? The confirmation emails that you send, please look, again, another task for you after this webinar. Look at your confirmation emails. Do they have everything that you need to be sharing with your clients? Do they have your social media links? Do they have an easy way to contact you if they need to? Have they got your nice brand and your logo so they're recognizable as soon as your client opens them? There's a lot to remember, but it's so important and it really does help that client experience. The consultation forms. We have some amazing consultation forms and interaction within Salon IQ. Cara, can we make sure we go through the face mapping,
Yes.
please? I think that's really, really crucial for all of our beauty salons, spas, and clinics as well, even for hair salons too. But the mapping we've got is fantastic. And make sure you're asking all the relevant information that you need for the consultation forms before they come in, just to save you some time. Right, question. Want to make sure you're not all falling asleep. In the chat box, what percentage of new clients do not make it to their 5th visit with the salon? What do you think? What percentage of new clients do not make it to their 5th visit with a salon? Have we got any answers, Cara?
Oh, here we go. They're all coming in. 90. Ooh, 90,
90% you
40%,
think are not getting to their 5th visit.
60 to 70%.
60 to 70, okay. Pretty scary if we're thinking that already, 60
I
to
know.
70% aren't making it to their 5th visit. We're only seeing clients up to 4 times and then they're going somewhere else. Let's have a look. 78%.
Wow.
78% of new clients aren't getting to their 5th visit. What are you doing in your salon? What are the other 22% of salons doing to make sure that those clients are coming 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times and becoming long-standing clients? We've got a few things that we can do within Salon IQ to help you, but you need to be doing it in your salon as well. What's your process with your team members to make sure they're coming back after that 4th visit? There's a tool that can help you within Salon IQ called the New Client Journey. This has been tried, tested, and mastered over the years. We use it in our salon. We're always monitoring it, checking it, tweaking it as our habits change over time. And this is the client's first visit. This little crown here, you'll recognize the crown on our appointment book as well for new clients. We send them a thank you text. There's no promotions in it. There's no discounts in it. It's just thank you. It's really lovely looking after you today, Carla. I'd hope to see you again soon. Please let us know if we can help. We then say, how's your hair? How's your skin? We've then got visit 2. They're coming in again. It's just a fact. It could be a fact about their skin, a fact about their hair, something they perhaps didn't know. If you're wanting to promote your retail, again, you don't have to have a retail promotion or a retail discount, but in that text, or it could be an email, it's sharing what products you do, what products you have. It could just nudge your client's memory. Oh, yeah, I needed to purchase that, which actually I do, Cara. I need to make a purchase for a new skin product I've been recommended. Visit 3, they're coming in again, and we're recommending home care again. Or perhaps it's another fact. And then we've got that refer a friend just before their fourth visit. Again, using the guest attraction system, which is a digital send a friend system within Salon IQ. It's how we launched Salon IQ 12, 13 years ago, but it still works today. And then we've got the 4th visit. So they're coming in for that 4th visit. Then what are we doing after that? 5th, 6th, and 7th visit. They always say for hair salons, you should be changing your client's hair, whether that be color or style, every 3rd to 4th visit. And that just keeps it fresh. No, same again. Oh, same again. Your client gets bored. Oh, do you want same again, Cara? And they go, yeah, please. And they just get bored. But if you're new, how's that fringe sitting? Did you manage to style it okay? Keep asking those questions on every consultation. How's your skin in the sun? How's that cream that we used? I can see we used this last time. Was it okay? What did you find? Right, the actual visit, we're here finally. And this is what we think the client journey is. We forget about the 3 visits before. We just think about this one. But here we are, step 4, the fourth part, the actual appointment. So that welcome into the salon. How are your team welcoming your clients into the salon? This is all very basic stuff, but it's things that we forget and we need to ensure that we keep on top of the basics. The perfect consultation. So Cara's going to show us the profile links and the consultation forms with the face mapping as well for our spas and clinics and beauty salons. What's the salon environment like? And what are the team interactions? Are they all standing there, sort of not knowing what to do with themselves? What are your assistants doing? And how are you delivering each service, each colour? Where's the colour stand? When we've got the colour bowls. Where have you got the products within the room? Are they nicely displayed? When you have the trolley with the beauty products stacked up, it can look a little bit overwhelming when you have 15 bottles there. How are you delivering each service? And again, the interaction with each of those, very self-explanatory. We've got the welcome, the music, the quality of the education, the aftercare. Again, think about the music, the cleanliness. I mentioned snowblind earlier. We can be very snowblind. When you see something every single day, you actually don't see things. I'm sure you're aware it's called snowblind. So go into the salon with fresh eyes, really look at each area as a new client. Ask a friend or family member to walk into the salon that hasn't been before and let them have a tour. And you want constructive feedback, and they may see something that you perhaps don't. Then at the end of that visit, that fourth step of your client journey, what are you doing with the rebookings? Your rebookings is your future business, and it's going to prevent you having to do SMS campaigns or email campaigns or blasts to try and get busy again. So what is the benefit of your client rebooking? And again, this is something to take a picture of and share it with your team in your next team meeting. Your clients get the time and day of their choice. They get their preferred stylist or therapist because they'll likely be available if they rebook on their appointment. They get the priority booking incentives. They avoid having to be added to the waiting list. They go through the correct skin test or process that have time to be actioned. So if they're needing skin tests, then you've got time to do those. And it strengthens and builds that relationship with your team. And as I said before, rebookings are your future business and they are your projection. So when you're looking at your projection figures on the Salon IQ dashboard, that's from your rebookings. Right, afterwards, step 5, post-visit. What are the touch points? Follow-up communications, new client follow-up call. Do we do those? Be really interested to know. Are you doing a follow-up call after your client's appointment? Hi, Cara, it's lovely to see you on Tuesday. How's everything going? The clients would love it, or a text. Do they know about your loyalty program? Have you done a salon survey? Did you perhaps request a review from Salon Spy? And are they part of your guest retention system? So if they don't return, that's okay, because you're going to capture them in the guest retention system and avoid any lapsed clients. And again, the interactions for all of these can be via call, telephone, SMS, and really engaging with your loyal clients, perhaps a loyalty program through your booking app. We've got some examples here. What we'll do, Jenny will share this video around tomorrow, and we'll make sure that she includes each guest journey for hair, beauty, and barbers. But please grab your phones, scan this QR code if you can, and it gives you a real detailed, in-depth process for the rebookings ebook, which you might be able to use for your team members. It's fantastic, full of great information. So please do scan that and store that on your phone. Now, some examples of the client journey. This is real examples taken from our salons that are using Salon IQ. So we've got the retentions. This was taken from February, the not rebooked 10 weeks. So that would be an SMS sent here. So after their last appointment, we sent them a 10-week message. And we sent it to 108 clients. 23 returned from sending 108 text messages. It brought in £2,323.70, giving us a 21% conversion. Potentially, if we hadn't sent that message after 10 weeks of not seeing them, they may not have returned. We may have lost business there, but got us £2,000. We still hadn't seen 50 clients after 26 weeks. It's a long time. 5 returned from sending that message, £457. And what we do within our client journey that we map out, we send one final text or email 52 weeks after seeing that client, 3 returned. That's 3 opportunities to turn that client back into a loyal customer again. For me, that's the bonus, but we got here £225 from it. Is this set up for you? If it's not, please make sure you do. I can see we've got Charlotte on this call as well. Charlotte does account reviews with salons here at Salon IQ, and she can go through this with you. She can check your results. She can tweak it slightly, and then she can do another review again with you in 6 to 8 weeks' time to see how that's working. You haven't got to do this on your own if you don't want to. It's up to you. Quite often when we're looking at marketing, we're always looking at the cost. How much is it costing us? But instead, look at the return. What are you getting back from it? So looking here, sending out 108 text messages would have cost a couple of pounds, but look at what you're getting back. Scan this QR code, please, if you can. And it's going to help you with the guest retention system, share the facts with you, how you can implement it within your salon, how you can get your team on board. And again, if you have any questions, please do reach out to us. It's help@saloniq.com for any questions or training advice. I'm sure Cara will pop that in the chat box in just a moment. So if you do want to if you have any questions or want any help, then you can certainly do so with us. Right, the client's been into the salon. We've done their pre-visit, we've checked in with them to make sure that they're all okay, but we need to ensure that they're coming back through retention. And what are our touch points here? Again, it's your social media. It's your review platforms. It's your loyalty program to encourage them and incentivize them to come back. Subscriptions. We are leading in the market with subscriptions in the industry. There are people that have dog food on a subscription. They have kitchen roll on it's crazy what you have on subscriptions these days. Why can't your clients have subscriptions and memberships with you? Paying £50, £75 a month to get unlimited blow dries, for example. It's a brilliant way. You could do a unlimited nail bar, a file and polish for £100 every month. You collect the £100 automatically, and that client gets unlimited file and polishes. It's a great way to ensure your clients are coming back to you time and time again, increasing loyalty. You have the opportunity to upgrade when they're in the salon, and share all the other services that you have on your service menu. And again, all the interactions within that, share what you're doing. Quite often, you're doing this amazing work, you're not sharing it. Share it far and wide. Do an incentive and ask your clients to share your work. And keep doing it. Be proud of what you're doing.
If you are searching for ways to get more clients to your salon, you need a way to...
Let's go back. Right, so the next one we have, on the next slide, it's our guest retention system. And again, it's the classic business cards. Remember the business cards we had years and years ago, where you'd pop the stylist's name down, you'd put the client's name. I love looking after you today, Chris. Please recommend me to one of your friends or family. And as a thank you, you'll get 50% off your next facial, or you'll get 50% off your next cut and blow dry. It was a little card. We have this as it's called the guest attraction system. Cara's going to go through this just after the video I'm about to show you. If you're not aware of how to use it, it's going to show you now. And again, we can help you set this up. But again, it's not just about switching on the guest attraction system in Salon IQ. Again, your team need to understand what's going to happen. Your clients need to know that they're going to get a text. So, a great script could be, Carla, I love looking after you today. I love doing your hair. In about an hour after leaving the salon, you're going to get a text message. I'd love you to recommend your friends and family to me. Once you get that text, Cara, if you could forward that onto your friends and family, I'll be really grateful. And if they make a booking, they're going to get 50% off their first appointment with me. And then you're going to get a little something as well as a thank you. Quite often, team members aren't doing that little bit at the end. So a client's getting that message and they're going, oh, what's that? I don't know what that is. I'm just going to ignore it. And then they're not getting the results they expect. Please ensure your team make your clients aware of the text message that they're going to get using the guest attraction program. Let's just have a quick look now as to what it is.
If you are searching for ways to get more clients to your salon, you need a way to ask your existing happy clients to refer their friends and family. We all know they are your most lucrative source of new customers. With 98% of SMS texts read within 3 minutes of being received, sending a referral text to your clients is simply the most effective way to request a referral. Meet Sarah, for example. She had just been to your salon. She loves her new hairstyle and has already booked her next appointment. An hour after leaving your salon, she gets a text saying recommend a friend promotion. She's excited, so she forwards the text to all her friends. One of her friends, Grace, needs a new hairstyle, so quickly books herself in. When Grace visits your salon, she shows you her text. She enjoys her new hairstyle at half price. Instantly, your system sends Sarah a text thanking her for recommending Grace and letting her know as a thank you her next haircut is half price. The more friends Sarah recommends, the more she will enjoy half price hairdressing. Not only that, but the system continues, so now Grace gets the recommend a friend text too, and so on. How can you get this simple, effective cascade of referrals for your business? Easy. You need GAS, the guest attraction system from Salon IQ. The good thing is you can see how well it works, because the dashboard shows you exactly how many referrals you have received and exactly how much extra money you have made. This week, 8 new clients have visited, creating £440.
There we go. Right, okay. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking at you, and Cara is going to do a little bit of practical on Salon IQ.
Now I'll
Okay.
talk with you. Sam, before I forget, they have asked to share those QR codes again at the end of the webinar, if that's
No
okay.
problem.
So I'm just going to share my screen.
We will do, Chris. Yeah, we'll send the slides too.
Amazing. So the one touch base that Sam mentioned at the beginning of the webinar was to go through the consultation forms. And I think a lot of people think the consultation forms are just for beauty, but you can actually do it for both hair and for beauty as well. So I'm going to show you where you can set these consultation forms up and why you would use them. So if you go onto the settings bar here, and then we go to where it says consultation forms, I've got a load of different consultation forms in here, but you do have a button that says add form. And you can see a list of all the different ones that I've got, and I'm going to load up one of my consultation forms. And you can design these to be exactly what you want to say, what you want to ask, the information you want to take from the client. So on the right-hand side, we'll see that you've got all of these fields, and these are the texts that you can use within the consultation form. So the first one that I've used here is the client details. The client details will fall in the middle of the screen once you click on client details. And if I enter on that, you'll see that there's a list of all of these different parts of information that you can ask for your client. If I wanted to get their address as an example, I would pop the toggle on here and you can see it in the background. Or if I want to remove that and I want to remove gender, I'm just taking it away with these green toggles. We do have a required, so if it's required that the client has to enter in all of this information, so we require to have their mobile number, we want that on there, it's required for the date of birth. And then at the very top, we've got this part that says update CRC. And this is very, very important. If we have that ticked in green, that means that any information that the client puts in from the client details will automatically be updated on the client's record card. And it's really important because if you're sending them a consultation form and you've got the spelling details wrong or the date of birth isn't completed, it means that they're entering in their own information and anything that they fill in on the consultation form will be updated on their client record. Again, we've got the same with consent. So we've clicked on the consent and we can see here that we can add in the name of what you want to call it. So you can change it from consent to GDPR. You can add in any information in here. So you can say, we don't pass on your information to anybody else. This is for our salon only. And you can pop that all the information in here. And it means that when the clients are opting in to the emails, and the text messages, again, it will automatically be updated on their record card. So scrolling through my consultation, you can see that I've got a list of questions, I've got some fields in here, and I've got some images as well. And all we're doing is on the right-hand side, we're clicking what information we want to add to the consultation form. So as an example, if I wanted a tick list for the client to select, I would click on tick list, and then that would be added in to the consultation form. And then you'll be able to see here that the client will be able to then go through, they'll be able to tick any answers, or you can do it like this one here where you can choose a list instead. And with a list, it means that you can enter a list of all questions that you want to ask the client. So down here, I've entered a list. So I'm clicking on here, and then I'm just adding all the additional options. So at the very bottom, you would ask the question. So you could say any medical information in here, and then you can add, and then that's when you can start adding in all the additional options for the client to be able to tick. Takes a little bit of concentration when doing it. You most of the time, you guys have got the forms for your salons anyway, from either from Wella or Dermalogica. You've got those forms, and it's just a case of completing them and uploading them into Salon IQ. Once your form's completed, I'm just going to click on the little preview button, which is here. And you can go back and forth and you can see what these forms look like. So you can see I've added in my logo. We've got the client's details. Anything in red means it's a required field, so they will need to complete that information. The client can then opt in for marketing if they haven't already. And then just an example of why would I take pictures from a client. So you've got, please upload a current picture of the eyebrows that you've got right now. And it could be, please upload a picture of your hair, so we can see what your hair looks like right now. And the client can upload an image of themselves here. We've got a list of questions that we could go through, and the client can complete these. And you can see it's very visual. It's very easy to complete these forms. You can have a text box in there so they can write further information in here. It's very visual, and you can see that they've completed the form. And then this is our face mapping. So with face mapping, you can click on anywhere on the face, and you can say, right, so this is the part that I've done here or here. But we also have this part. If I click on this little star, I can enter in anywhere on the client's face, and I can write in a description, and I can use the product that is being used on the client's hair. So if I click on the edit button here, I could say mark a description would be, forehead, and then you can put product used. And as an example, if it is something like Botox or anything that you're doing there, then you can put in exactly what's being used in there. So you can put how many mils they've had, submit that, and you'll see that that's now being entered on to the client's card. So I can click on the edit pencil there, and then you just star in, and you can star multiple places like this. So you can say here, here, there, and there. And then we can just click on the edit box, and we can enter in a description and use the product for each individual mark on their face. These images are something that you can either use Salon IQ images. You can get any images that you would like, and you can upload your own images in here. And you can also do it on the body as well. So which part of the body have we been working on? And then we can just do a little circle. We can point with some arrows, change the colours. So you can see there's lots of information there on the face mapping that you can use. And then this will then get uploaded onto the client's record card. Scrolling down further, we've got the additional information. You can also use consultation forms to send them anything that they need to do after their treatment. So if there's anything that you need them to follow, even with their hair, so they've just been given extensions, this is the recommended advice that we would give you, and you could pop that onto a consultation form, and they can then automatically be sent out with the client's appointment reminders. They can go out on the confirmations, or you can manually send them through a client's record card as well. Clients can sign here, so they're signing their acceptance to the terms and conditions, and then they just complete on save. And all of that information is then saved onto the client's record card. So we just go onto a record card to show you how this looks. So we go to the client list. You would search for your client, and then you can either manually complete it on their record card, or you can ask them to complete it on their mobile phone. So I'm just going to find myself here in the record. And on the left-hand side of a record card, you can see here that there is a button that says forms. Any forms that you've got on your account will be here on the drop-down box. So you've got a list here of all of the forms. And the one we just completed then was hair beauty. So I'm just going to click on a hair one so you can see what that looks like. We click on hair consultation form new. We've got two options. We can either add, which means that you're going to complete it in the salon and fill it in together with the client, or we can click on send. And if you've got your mobile with you right now, if you've got your phone right now and just popped it on your camera, hover over there, what will happen is the client will then, I can see this exact consultation form on my mobile phone. So if the client's sitting in the salon, you can get them to complete their consultation, or alternatively, you can send them an email. So just to click on send is popping up for the QR code and send by email, or you can click on add, and this is where you can then fill it in the salon. How beautiful does that look? You can add in your own images, you can add in your own logo, and you can see it's already pre-filled in my information. So my information is already filled in there. Now, should I change my mobile? I could then go in and change my mobile number. I can opt in for marketing, and I can complete all the hair questions on here. Which hair is mine? So I would say my hair is quite fine, and they can choose their face shape and they can circle it on here. It's just so simple, and it looks really professional as well. And it's a great way to get all of that information from your client prior to their appointment. Once that's then submitted, that would then get saved onto the client's record card. And you'll see that there's my consultation form here in blue. Now, if I click on this consultation form, there is a button at the very bottom, and it says verify. And what this means is me as a stylist or a therapist, I would read through the consultation form. I'm going to go to the bottom where it says verify, and I can then add in my notes as a stylist. So check this, make sure that we do this into the appointment, offer an Olaplex, has really dry hair, and then the team member can then themselves sign that form. So that consultation form is now being complete, it's verified, and you will see it on the client's record card here under hair consultation form. Anything in blue is not verified, the client has completed it, and then anything in green means that the team member has gone in, read it, and verified that they are happy with the consultation form. There is different ways that you can monitor whether a form is being completed or not. In the top right-hand side, we've got this part that says dashboard. If I click on the dashboard, on the left-hand side, we've got the consultation form tracker, and you can add in the date range in here, and this will show you any of the clients that have been sent the consultation form, but they have not yet completed the form. So there's no manual way of saying I need to monitor to see it. You just click on the dashboard, go onto your consultation form tracker, and then that will give you a list of everyone who's not completed their forms. Okay, so that is your consultation form, and then I'm going to show you how you can implement that into your journeys, into your appointment reminders. So we're going to move on to your marketing. When we click on the menu button on the left-hand side, we'll look in here where it says intelligent marketing. We're going to go to automation, and the first one we're going to go is we're just going to quickly go into the appointment reminders. And I'm sure that most people on here is sending some sort of reminder. In your appointment reminders, you can send a text messages, and you can send it via email as well. If I click on an appointment reminder, you can see that we've got a nice branded email here. And if you wanted to add a consultation form to the appointment reminder, you would look at where you want it to go. And then if we right click, you will see all of your merge fields. And if we go to the very bottom, you will see a list of all of your consultation forms. I can then just click the form that I want the client to complete, and you can have more than one in there as well. So you just right click and you're just clicking on the form that you want the client to complete. And it's as simple as that. You can choose exactly where it's going in the email. It's very visual, and the clients can then complete those forms when they've done their appointment reminders. So moving on to your guest journey. So the most important thing that Sam's been talking about today in her slides, and we're looking here, intelligent marketing, automation, guest journey. And you'll see visits from 1 down to 4. Now, you don't have to do every single one, and you don't have to do them all by email, and you don't have to do them all by text. You can mix them up, and you can send a variety by email and by text message as well. Now, one of the ones I absolutely love is a new client welcome. And you'll see the new client welcome is actually going to the client before they've came in for their appointment. So I'm a new client. You can see here that I'm getting an email. I'm just going to click on this email here. And it's going 2 days before the client's first visit date. 2 days before. So the client's never been into the salon. We're sending them an email 2 days before, and we're telling them anything that they wouldn't know. If you're a beauty salon, if they're having certain services, not to wear makeup, not to put deodorant on, if you've got parking and they need cash, you can even pop it in there to say, this is where you can park, this is where the train station is, and you can put all of the information in here of what they're to expect on the day that they arrive to the salon. So that's your first visit welcome. So let's go on before the client comes in. And then moving on, we've got the new client welcome. So this is going after their first visit. So we're sending it 23 days after their first visit. You can send it a day after their first visit. And it's just asking them, how is your hair? How is it going? And you can pop all the information in here. You can even ask them to book their next appointment. And I just want to go through the merge fields. So when you right click, there are a lot of merge fields that you can use in here. One of the most important ones would be book now. I would always include the book now button to be in every single email or text message that you send. It's just making it nice and simple. The clients are not needing to give you a call to make their appointment. So you've got lots of different merge fields in here that you can use on each individual email. Then we've got the second visit, third visit, and fourth visit. And as Sam said, it doesn't have to be any discounts or promotions, but you're telling them about the salon. What other services are you offering? If you're hair and beauty and they came in for hair, are you showing them that you do have beauty within the salon as well, and vice versa? Do they know you've got an online shop? Would you like them to give you a Google review? There's lots of information that you can put in the second and the third visit. You can see that we've got branded emails in here. I'm going to show you the difference between having a branded email and then going on to my other demo and some of the emails that I see going out. Okay, so there's two different ones here. You've got your branded one, looks really good. The layout looks great. We've got Facebook, Instagram, and all your links in here. And then we've got this one, very basic, doesn't look very good, very good. Now, not all of us are good at designing emails. I'm not a marketing person. Jenny is, she's great. But what Jenny has done for us is if we go on to choose template here and we click on choose template, there is a whole host of templates for you to use that we designed. So as an example, if I wanted a new client one, you'll see we've got a new client one for hair, beauty, barber. We've covered it all hair and beauty. If I click on the hair one, images in there, all the information, you can see all the merge fields are already added in there. But then you could just go in and you can change some of the text if you want to change it to be something different. So all you're doing is opening your email, clicking on the choose template button here, and there's a whole host of different ones in there, anything from retention, new client, appointment reminders, and welcome emails as well.
Cara, just to pause you there, we've had questions come in from Sarah. It's a really good question, actually, while we're on this screen. If you're telling your clients about other services, how can you segment the messages so your example massage clients get an email that say, did you know we offer facials, and vice versa?
Okay, so on the left-hand side here, we've got a button that says services. If we click on services, you could do 2 new visit welcomes. You could do one for, massages, anything to do with the body. And then you could do another one, which will be for hands, feet, nails. You can see at the top right, Sarah, I'm sending this to any service. If I turn that toggle off, I can set this first visit welcome to be for all my hair services, and I would save that, and that would be, I would just call it hair so I can see the difference in between the two of them. And then I could go back into Salon IQ and I could set up a second one to be exactly the same. I'm still going email, still choosing the first visit, and I'm still sending it one day after the first visit. And then this one I would call beauty, choose my template. I would choose the new client beauty one. And then on the left-hand side, I'm going to turn the toggle off. I'm going to select all beauty, and that would only go to the clients that have had a beauty service. And that's how to turn it on and off for the different services in here. You're welcome. Okay, so that is your marketing. So you can see here your guest journey. Just make sure, and I would say it's a lot of information. If you've got nothing set up, just set up 2. First one, 100% be the welcome email, 100%. And the second one would be a new client email as well. You know how we are. How was the service? It was great, thank you. And then they go home and they don't like it. Or they go home and they try and blow the hair 2 days later and they can't do it themselves. So they're the 2 most important ones to set up on your journey. But you also have, I'm just going to show you where it is, the guest retention. And they do work very similar. Simple to set up. And it's just showing you this is the journey of our retention. So we're sending a text message 10 weeks after the client's been in for their appointments, but they've not booked a future booking. We're not giving any discount away. We're just giving them a little reminder. And if this was me and that was my text message personally, I would have the book now button in there as well. I'd have the book now button in there, giving them an action point for when they receive that text message. And you can see the flow of our different emails. Again, we do a difference between text messages and emails. I think when you get to 52 weeks, if that is your last chance to get the client coming through the door, and SMS just work better. It's instant, it's right on the phone, everyone's always looking at it. So I would mix them up, but I always say on the very last one, this is your last chance to get the client through that door. I would always send it by text. These buttons on the left-hand side are showing you the conversion. So you can see how many text messages have been sent in the last 30 days and who's rebooked from that as well. So, I mean, this is great. This is not costing anything, this email. 66 have been sent, and we've had 2 that have came back just from getting the 25 week later email. Not offering them anything, but just letting them know that we're still here and they need to book their future appointment. Great results. So make sure you check on these, and you can amend them and change them whenever you want to. Okay, so moving on and going on to the gas dashboard. So the gas is our guest attraction system. This is the video that Sam's just played to you. I'm going to click on here. I'm going to talk through some of the fields and what you should have and shouldn't have on. And Sarah, you've had some comments in the chat earlier saying that you've got it set up, but you just don't feel like the settings are working for you. And it could be that you've not got all of the fields set up that you need to. Might need to put my other demo on. Okay, so underneath intelligent marketing, we're going to go on to the gas button here. And to set it up, you will see a little cog in the top right hand side. I'm going to move your faces. You've got a little cog here in the top right hand side. And these toggles might be something that you want to look at, Sarah. The first one is gas enabled if you want to set it up. And then you've got these different fields here. So you've got send a recommended friend to customers who rebook only. And then you've got send a recommended friend to new clients only. Now, personally, I would not have any of those toggles on, because I'm a massive believer that the people who are going to recommend you are the ones who are coming in the salon all the time, and they are happy with the service. They are the people who are going to shout about your service. If you're only giving it to people and sending it to people who rebook only, or you're only sending it to your new customers are not the ones that are going to be recommending. It's going to be your long-standing clients. You've got the minimum days in between the sends. As an example, if I come into the salon every single week for a blow dry, I'm not going to want to receive that text message all the time. Might get slightly a little bit annoying. So what you can do is you can stop them and you can say, right, I only want them to send every 60 days, which is what we would usually recommend. So if I come in today, I would get a text message. But if I come in next week, I won't get another text message until it hits 60 days. And then on the left-hand side, this is where we set up your text messages. So you've got your recommend a friend visit and then your friend visit. So the first one we've got is, it'd be, hi Cara, I hope you love your hair. Please help me by sending this text to your friends that haven't visited us, and you'll both receive 50% off your haircut. When you're doing a recommend a friend promotion, it does have to be something to entice them. These people have never been into your salon before. I might say to Sam, your hair looks really, really nice. You know, where'd you get your hair done? But in order for me to think, I'm going to trust going somewhere else and going to another salon, it has to be something enough to entice me through the door, which is why we say 50%. And it doesn't have to be 50% off your colour. It could just be 50% off your cut, or 50% off your colour, but they pay full price for a cut. So it just really needs to be something that's going to stand out to me and go, I'm definitely going to go into that salon. And then the second one would be, hi Cara, one of your friends Sam has just been in to see us. Thank you so much for recommending us. Now your cut is half price. So the client leaves the salon, they receive a text message. They absolutely love their hair or their facial. They then send that text message on to their friends, and then their friend comes in the door, and they then both get the recommend a friend promotion. But they only get it once the new client has been into the salon and they have paid for that service. Your promotions are set up in here, so you can set up a different promotion for a new client. And if you wanted to give your existing client a little bit more, We can pop this in here. You can add in your promotions. And again, using the toggles, we can pick and choose what this promotion goes towards. So it doesn't have to be 50% off everything. It would be 50% off particular services that you choose yourself. Now, Carl made an interesting point in the chat before. I'm not sure if you can scroll back and read on. But one thing we always say at Salon IQ is it's not switching on the gas and it's not going to make miracles overnight. What needs to happen is your team need to be talking about this. Just to let you know, Sam, when you leave the salon, you are going to get a text message to recommend a friend. You can recommend as many friends as you want. And each time you recommend that friend, you will get a discount. It's what we do here at Salon IQ as well. And it's what we do at our own salon. You need your team members to be in this and to be talking about it and telling your clients about it as well. If you do on the odd occasion think, I don't want a particular team member to be sending out text messages, and this could be because they are self-employed or they're apprentices and they're not yet ready to send out gas messages. If you go onto the clients, onto the team members page, there is a button that says no gas messages. If I switch that on, it would mean that no gas messages would go to any of Jasmine's clients. Just be really careful doing that though, because what you don't want to do is stop your really regular clients being able to recommend your salon, because as I say, they are the people who are going to recommend you. And then you do have your gas results. You will be able to see all of your gas results on the gas dashboard, and the promotion will be there for you to attach to the client's record card. And then finally, Google Reserve. So you can see here that I'm searching for a salon in Tunbridge Wells. I'm looking for a salon in Tunbridge Wells. And we can see here that Great Hairdressing is showing up straight away on Google. And we've got this book now button here. And that's what we call Google Reserve. It's a click of a button to switch it on. You just need to make sure that you do have a Google business page. When we click book online, that will take us straight through to the portal and straight through to be able to make an online booking. To switch this on, we go onto the menu button. We're going to settings, online, and then you'll see this button here that says Google Reserve. We click on Google Reserve. You've got your toggle in here at the top. We just need to make sure that you're popping that on active. Once that's on active, all of the fields in here need to be complete with your address, your mobile, and your email. You would then match up your Google page here. So you would look up your page, and then that would activate your Google Reserve. Google Reserve is meant to be for new clients. Your existing clients know what your website are. They're just going to go onto your website and make an appointment. And a lot of them save the link as well. What Google Reserve is for is to me searching, a salon in Liverpool that does extensions. And then I will get a list of salons that do extensions. If I got that book now button there, nice and easy, you're more guaranteed to get more new clients through the door. Okay, a lot of information. I'm very concerned about the time. I know it's 11 o'clock. I talk pretty fast then as well, so I apologise. Is there any questions?
I've been going through them actually as we've been going through the webinar. If I've missed any, please let me know and Cara can pick up. We're just going to have a couple more slides and then we will let you go. Bear with me. We'll be quick. We know you're very conscious of time. Okay. Right, so Tip Smarts, again, it's something that a couple of you are already using here on IQ Pay. If I just go here, present, there we go. All good, Cara?
Yeah, good.
Excellent, okay. Right, so Tip Smart is part of IQ Pay. It's a fantastic way to help boost your team members' income using the IQ Pay card terminal. We have some amazing results that have come through. To give you an example, this one down here, 68% of bills have a tip on. It's quite incredible. We didn't think it would be this many, if we're honest. We were hoping for at least half. The average tip is £10.45. Increased tips by 48%. Not many of us have cash anymore. So it's just a great way to help your team members out. So if you're interested, please do let us know. I'm not going to go through the video of IQ Pay, but we'll send it through to you on the next webinar that we email out to you tomorrow. Feedback that we're getting, this is feedback from you, from salon managers, salon owners. So here we go. I thought it was great. It's going to save me a ton of time with all the administration and paperwork that goes into payments and team tips. Why choose TipSmart? Why I chose TipSmart? There's no messing around at the end of the day or the month with wages. The number of tips have increased a lot now, and we're using TipSmart. We're getting this feedback every single day. We're very proud actually to be supporting the industry in this way. Another thing that we have touched on in the webinar is reviews and testimonials. At the moment, we're giving away 3 months free subscription for Salon Spy. So if you want, it's a great way for you to try something, give it a go, and you're not paying for the subscription of Salon Spy. We will cover this cost for you. Again, scan this QR code here, and you'll get a little bit more information. You'll get a video from Adam, who will tell you a little bit about Salon Spy, completely free for you to use the subscription of Salon Spy for the next 3 months. And I think, yeah, now that is all. What I'm going to do, I know there were some QR codes that we shared with you earlier. I'm going to pop them onto our private Facebook group. So we're going to email this recording webinar out to you. You'll get the slides as well by email tomorrow, but I'll also pop them on the private Facebook group now. So if you want to jump on them today as an exercise, then you'll get to scan them over there on our Facebook page. Thank you so much for joining us again. Lovely to see some familiar faces and names. Have a fantastic day, have a fantastic week, and we shall see you all again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.